Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you all for attending. I call the regular board meeting for February of the Harvey Public Schools to order. Start with approval of the agenda. Motion to approve the agenda. Oh, we need to, okay. We need to add that. That's what we need to add first. Yeah. We need to add the minutes from the, get these? We'll have to add that to the, we'll have to add that to the bottom. We'll add that after the consent agenda.
So the stuff that I want to add, I should do that.
Yeah.
I'd like to touch on the principal search.
Okay. Can you address that in yours?
Yeah, she can ask me, it's in my report.
Yeah, it's in his report. He'll talk about it in his report.
Just gotta ask.
Make sure you touch on that. Okay, anything else?
I'd like to talk about meeting notices and minutes for the committee, except it was in former committee, that talks about the legendary.
It's just the board president and myself.
I thought there were two, I thought it was first and after the other one.
Yeah, in the committee, it was just that.
Oh, the one we had a quorum, so we took minutes, but I wasn't able to go to the last one, so she
Did it by herself.
I did two by myself.
so
I mean, can we talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that
Yeah.
after the minutes. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Be Legendary?
Community discussions.
Okay, Be Legendary Community Outreach?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's after the executive minutes? Is that what
Now,
you're
I'm going to put it after the executive minutes, after we do the
Okay.
consent agenda. Okay, anything else?
The music teacher search?
yeah.
We have to make a motion to that.
What?
We have to open it. So you can talk about that when we make a motion.
But it's not on here, so how can we make a motion?
But there is a resignation on there, so I assume.
Not for the music teacher.
I thought we'd read. Okay.
Okay, so we want to add, what do you want to add?
I think we should put it down there. That way we can talk about everything. We put it on the list.
Resignation? Okay, so underneath resignation, we're adding teacher. Number 5. You got the new one? If you got the new?
No, this is the old one, sorry. I'm looking at my notes.
Okay, number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? All right, and we're going to add teacher, what did you say?
Music teacher search.
Teacher search? Okay, all right, anything else?
Elementary board report isn't on here. I mean, she did one.
I guess we have it.
I suppose it was
Okay.
it's just made it so.
Just put it
Should we
underneath
put
that?
it down under, like with the other ones that we
Okay.
wanted?
Yeah. Say we got it.
Okay. Okay, all right, anything else?
That's all I have.
All right, then I would call for a motion to approve the agenda. Second? Second? Second. Okay, any discussion? All those in favor of approving the agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. Okay, we will go to section 4, which is student outcome progress, goal 1. Dr. Lukens?
Okay. I'm going to turn you up a little bit, Maria, here. Okay, Marcia.
Can you hear me?
I can. We're on goal 1.
Okay, so I just wanted to let the board know that since our last meeting, we have been working with staff for goals 1, 2, and 3. Your goal 1,
Go on,
you have percentage of graduates who meet choice rating status according to North targets that start at 80% and go to 90% with a growth of about 2% each year. That's the annual targets for goals. In terms of the goal progress measures, Dr. Lucas, do they have copies of these papers?
Yes, they are sitting in front of them.
See that they have 4 progress measures, and they have annual targets lists for all of those. So they took Choice Ready, and they narrowed it down to the key components of Choice Ready. How many kids are meeting the essential skills? How many kids are meeting post-secondary? How many kids are looking at the workforce and military ready? The thing I like about this progress measure is they start looking and identifying students who are juniors instead of waiting until the senior year. So that we have a thinking compare it out and they can meet that choice ready document. So they're going to be tracking and monitoring, and when you have a monitoring report, you will have a monitoring report on the goal itself, and then a monitoring report on where are we currently with each one of these progress measures. Dr. Lucas, do you have this as a draft?
Yes, it's sitting in front of them as a draft.
Okay, so this is a draft. It's taken some time to get these done. We just wanted to make sure that you all were able to look at this information and see if you had any questions regarding mostly the progress measures themselves. Are they predictive of the goal, which I think they actually are, and the annual targets. So at this time, Dr. Lucas can entertain any questions that you might have or are fully done.
And you can also, like, we worked on these yesterday, and so I made sure I brought them to you so that they were open for discussion and we were transparent on them. You can also bring those questions to me individually. We're not asking for passage. We've already passed the goals, but the progress measures have not been passed. So you can look through them, talk to people in the district on different things, talk about them, come back to them, and make sure we do a good job of understanding them. Okay.
Are there any questions at this time?
I don't think so.
Okay, just like we said, this is draft version for you guys to kind of get some feedback about how you feel about, because what we want to look at is, are the goal progress measures, because those belong to the superintendent. The goal is the what, that belongs to the board. Progress measures are how the superintendent is going to track and make sure you're moving towards meeting these goals. So goal 2 is actually based on your reading, as measured by NDOA assessment, moving from 58% to 78%, and you can see the annual targets for the goal. Board, that belongs to you. That is your area, and you can see that in terms of meeting that goal, the superintendent is looking at students on IEPs. Students with IEPs, are we progressing those students and moving forward? Looking at K through 2, all focus the king. You don't monitor K through 2, you're going to continuously be intervening at grade 3. So within 5 years, at the end of your 5-year goal, you want to make sure that those K1 and 2 students are ready to be proficient at their level. And then also monitoring 3 through 6 and 7, 8, 10. And you can see the different progress measures, annual targets that they have listed for there. Dr. Gibbs, did you want to add anything about reading?
No, I think we had a good discussion about being able to make sure, since we aren't doing the state test till 3rd grade, but we have benchmarks for K through 2 as well. That we can't control because in kindergarten they come in, they may not necessarily have a lot of content, so you got to have those supports in place to get to grade 3. And then we look at our proficiency in IEPs. With such a high percentage of IEPs, if you're going to raise your scores, you have to have some growth in your IEP students. So that's why that is in part of the school progress measures.
And I think it's also important to realize that just because the student has an IEP on the DSA assessment, a lot of the students in special education take the DSA assessment. And so this will impact time. So you really want to recruit good and close the gap. You have to monitor what's happening with those particular student groups in terms of reading. And then you can see on goal 3, same thing for math, looking at IEP, K2, 3, 6, 7, 8.
So we just transitioned to goal 3. There's no more questions on goal 2?
Actually,
Okay.
third graders take the NDA plus?
So the state test?
Yeah, third through 6th.
Yeah, I do believe they do, yes.
I'm just confused because I thought the comment was made that we have to use the NDA plus for these.
For the goal, yep. Yep, for the goal itself.
For the goal itself, but not for the measures?
Yeah, because the building uses STAR, so we're basing it off this assessment of goals for the staff.
I think I understand why she's asking that question, and I think that's a very good question because it's extremely confusing. You have the new NDA plus, which is the summative assessment that the state gives out at the end of the year that all of the students have to take. But this year, they introduced a program available to school districts that's the NDA plus interim assessment. And so if you look at your 7, 8, and 10 goals, they're currently taking those NDA plus interim. So even though they're both called NDA plus, one's summative and one is interim, you cannot use the NDA summative assessment as a progress measure because it's only given one time a year. You have to use an assessment that's given multiple times during the year to make sure and provide the board information that you are actually on track. Kind of like when we did our training, we talked about, a basketball game. The NDA plus interim, which is our sport, is the third quarter, and at halftime, and at third quarter, and then the NDA plus summative, which will tell us how the kids actually perform. And that's what we're looking for is that predictive nature of, are the scores that we're seeing throughout the year leading us to where our students literally land. Because if your assessments tell you you're doing strong, first quarter, third quarter, and then you get your scores back from your NDA plus, NDA plus summative, and they're not aligned, then those samples aren't really predictive for you. And can be misleading to you and your public. Honestly, by the time you go through the monitoring reports and you get the information, how your students perform should not be a surprise on the summative assessment. But that's a very good question. Thank you for bringing that up for clarity. Does that help answer?
Yeah, is the stars predictive then? Is that?
We're going to find out. We're going to be able to see, and that's part of this process. It's all you set your goals and you start working towards your goals, you start walking towards your goals, and there are changes that you probably have to make or you have to assess, and you find if something's working, you find if something's not. It's about it's not a people changer, it's a system changer. And so you have to start refining your system to reach the goals you set.
Okay, so one last thing, that I take it that means we're committing ourselves to increase testing with the NDA plus interim assessment that we weren't doing before. How many times?
They are in the high school.
Right, but
Yeah.
how many times a year?
Twice during the term, we do the fall, and then during the summer, and the spring. And that's all provided by the state, so that's not a cost, and it's just a time frame, which we all look into.
And one more thing, we're gonna want copies of this that aren't cut off probably.
Okay.
So it is our goal, next time that we meet, to bring this package to you for next week. But, this would be like what we would consider your first reading.
Okay. So they're ready. Is there any other questions on goal 3? No? Okay. So then we're moving on to time tracking, Marcia.
Yeah, I've been looking at the time tracking and I've been looking at the board self-evaluation. And, when I looked at where you guys were at the time, where we are now, there's really not much difference, but we are so close to making huge jumps, because it would require to make these huge jumps, it would require board approval of these progress measures, it would require board approval of goal progress measures, and calendar. And I think those could be done in a very short time. I would, entertain concept and idea if the board would be willing to table the board self-evaluation into a special meeting, because that's all we did at the special meeting. We approved the annual targets, we approved the progress measures, we approved the guardrail progresses, and monitoring calendar. Go through that, approve those, and then do a board monitoring self-evaluation, because that's going to move you from, 4 points to, I would predict, 15 points by the next report. So as opposed to doing that self-evaluation tonight, and this is just a draft of the progress measures. I would, sorry, Dr. Lucas, I didn't talk to you about this, but I was just looking and thinking, I would recommend we table this, and I know you've had a lot of special meetings the last month. Meetings wouldn't take very long to make a huge impact on your quarterly self-evaluation, which I have to submit to the North Dakota Department of Education.
I would prefer, because then we can talk more about things and stuff or whatever, and not have to do it for so long.
And we put, I mean, we have put so much work into this just to be able to make that big jump and to be able to say we made all those gains and to say we had all those points added. I think that's worthwhile. She hadn't talked to me about it.
Right, and have time to discuss this with people and things and stuff or whatever. I would prefer it, I don't know what anybody else thinks. I would like it to be
And
tabled.
I would request that we only meet on the special meeting agenda. Just, that's all we're gonna look at, taking the time and looking at, where you are with your goals and your goal progress measures. So
Yeah,
rather
motion to
than a
table.
vote
Yeah.
tonight,
Right.
I'll make a motion to table it to a special meeting when we can find a date and time.
Gonna make a motion to table our self-evaluation.
Self-evaluation.
Okay, there's a a motion made to table our self-evaluation to our next meeting. Is there a second? Any discussion?
I,
Not 7 yet.
yeah, okay, I'm fine with that, but
Go ahead.
I don't know about saying that we can't have anything else at it, because I know that we have other things that are coming up that are gonna need special meeting, and I don't think we should tie ourselves to that.
Right, if we can do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Kind of like how that last one went through.
We're just tabling the motion to when it can work, I guess is what I'm hearing, so, okay?
Yeah.
Any more discussion? Any more discussion? Any more discussion? Any more discussion? We will vote on whether or not to table our board self-evaluation to another meeting, to another time. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, thank you. We're done then?
Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you. All right, I will then move on. Okay, the next item we have is item number 5. I have a resignation. I will read this resignation. Dear Harvey School Board, it is with much joy and celebration that I submit my letter of request for retirement from Harvey High School as a family and consumer science teacher, effective at the end of the fiscal year, June 30th. It has been a blessing to teach students here for the past 28 years. I believe God called me to this ministry of educating young adults. Each day I've learned new things and hopefully have been able to impact the lives of my students. However, it is time to focus on the 11th youth that need me also, our grandchildren. In December of 1987, Barb Monfeller, superintendent, and Mrs. Kathy Mache, former FACS teacher turned guidance counselor, recruited me to fill her spot on the Harvey High School faculty. My youngest son was in kindergarten, so I said yes. Thus began a 28 journey filled with concessions, traveling to grade school to teach junior high students, FCCL activities such as Adopt a Highway, recycling paper at Harvey High School, Santa Day, Relay for Life, Family Fun Night, Homeless Night, food drives, and raising funds for charity in our community and state. Looking back, our Harvey FCCLA chapter has excelled. A few of the highlights: Chapter of the Year 14 times, State Officer 16, District President 15, Star Events, Competitors and Nationals 276, students attending National Convention 301, and this year 27 students involved in the Star Events will host the district competition, which is tomorrow here in Harvey. Thanks to all the students, parents, and school support, I was humbled to be awarded one of the top 5 FCCLA advisors in America last summer. It is my hope and prayer that the Harvey School Board will be able to find a person who loves working with teens and wants to instill in them life skills. Someone can encourage them to be people of character, live independently, and be successful citizens of our community. A FACS, Family Consumer Science teacher with energy and commitment to continue the valuable FCCLA chapter activities we currently offer. Our community is a unique place and is so supportive of our FCCLA chapter and members. I hope to see it continue. Sincerely, Kathy Walsh, FACS teacher and advisor. So, we entertain a motion to,
I will make a motion to accept her resignation, retirement, and with many thanks for her wonderful service to our students for the last 20 years.
Second.
okay, we'll probably move that we, thanks for wonderful years of service, and this is a very unique person that's going to be very hard to replace, and so we really need to be lucky that we had her. I was very fortunate to work with her very closely for many of those years, so I think it's an honor, yes. So, all those in favor of accepting her resignation, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay? Motion passes. All right, then we'll go into the teacher search. Is that what you wanted to talk about next?
Right, well, we accepted the music teacher resignation, 2.5 weeks ago, and
I didn't open it though. So
I know I've done
if
it.
we just make a motion to open the position, I would be able to search for it. And then the same with the FCCLA. We can open the position if you'd like to make a motion to open.
Yeah, we should have probably done that.
Yeah, we should.
Because
I thought
like
about
the
it.
fax teacher is going to be hard. I mean, Mrs. Walsh.
Yeah.
As
So if you just wanted to do a dual motion to open a music position and a
Okay, so
CCLA,
I'm hearing that there's a motion to approve both, of which would mean
Open.
the open both, which would mean the elementary music position and the Harvey High School fax position. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it's probably moved and seconded that we open up, right? Is that right? The elementary position at the grade school and the Harvey High School fax position. Any discussion? Discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, so those two will then be taken care of ASAP, right? Okay. Then, would that cover that on that? Okay. Then we'll go to the consent agenda. Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Is there a second? Okay, I'll be moving second to approve the consent agenda, which would be A, 1 through 7, and B, C, and D, and E. Okay? A discussion?
Yes.
Okay? You first.
I would like to move the D, the next workforce teacher contract down to underneath.
it was taken off.
Yeah, you got the
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Forget it.
I got it.
You don't have a new one either. Okay, anything else?
Yep, hold on.
Okay?
Where is that?
It, you said it was taken
So
off.
he would be the.
There's something was taken off of
I think mine is right.
It's taken off?
there. Yeah, because we couldn't have it on the consent agenda.
Right, but it's,
The lead teacher contract?
right, so we're not talking about the lead teacher contracts at all?
You will probably in the Grievances
We're
later.
gonna talk about it in the grievance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
I also request that we pull the New Vision grant and I guess the AC unit, there is no document, so I'm not sure what we're approving.
It's
Oh.
just
Just a call for bids.
to look to
It's not,
see
it's not
what
it's just a
something
call
might,
for bids.
what something might cost.
Yeah, just a call for bids, it's not a,
Get quotes.
Okay. Well, I request we pull the New Vision grant.
so you requested we pull letter D,
Yes.
excuse me. Letter D has been requested to be pulled off the consent agenda. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Okay, we have a motion to approve the consent agenda then. So we are approving A, 1 through 7, B, C, and E. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, let's start then with the building, the New Vision grant quote.
Can I say something first?
Yeah,
I also request that this come out sooner because 6 days is not enough for consent agenda.
I thought I got it up first and not get,
It didn't come out until Wednesday. Last Wednesday. It's the first time I saw anything.
There was something before, but I think it changed.
okay, well, we'll keep that, so we'll definitely need to keep that in mind, okay? All right, so now we'll go to D, approve the committee recommendation for New Vision grant quote. So let's discuss this.
Yeah, I asked for this because what exactly are we getting? We just did new cameras 3 years ago. Whether it's a grant or not, I'm curious what it is.
there was a grant available to upgrade the blind spots. This was last spring, so I had to quickly write it. We didn't, and New Vision was able to come out and assess the blind spots in the high school that we had. I believe it includes 3 new cameras, and then the camera over here has a really long run over to it, so it makes it so that the camera over here won't cut out. Because this, and then I think it also adds a camera into the outside the business manager's office, because right now there's a blind spot on the back entrance into the business manager's office, which also would allow access into the. I mean, you could technically walk and be on